Nou, welkom allemaal. Leuk dat jullie geïnteresseerd zijn in deze parallelsessie. Wij hopen jullie te informeren over het collision warning systeem. Eigenlijk het waarschuwingssysteem dat op de heftruck wordt geplaatst. Die hebben we daar even geïmproviseerd. Het is voor de veiligheid voor medewerkers op de werkvloer. En we zijn eigenlijk al een tijdje op zoek naar een verdere toepassing. En dit systeem heeft echt meerdere dingen waardoor we zeggen van nou dat is future-proof en meerdere mogelijkheden. En waarvan onze ogen eigenlijk weer een beetje begonnen te blinken toen we Amee ontmoetten. Hallo, welkom. Nou, ik ben Angelique van der Weijden. Ik werk bij MultiNet. MultiNet is een servicebedrijf voor recyclebedrijven. We leveren service aan balenpersen, opvoerbanden. We zijn leverancier van de Unitech, balenpers. En we hebben ook een persoonsbeveiligingssysteem op de banden. Ik ben samen met Ingo gekomen. Ik vergeet helemaal die slides, joh.
We're starting now. Okay.
Maar ik wil jullie eigenlijk eerst een filmpje laten zien. Het is terug in de tijd, maar wel een situatie die we nog wel eens tegenkomen. En hier zie je eigenlijk waar het collision warning systeem perfect een oplossing voor zou kunnen bieden. Het is jammer dat er geen geluid bij is, maar kijk. Je ziet, het ging net goed. Onze klanten, dus recyclebedrijven, zien eigenlijk ook de ernst van de zaak in dat die willen echt investeren in verbetering van arbeidsomstandigheden op de werkvloer. Dus we worden geregeld aan als jasje getrokken. Hebben jullie nou al iets wat een aanvulling is op het opvoerbandsysteem? We hebben Amee gevonden en Ingo Oelhuis is met me meegekomen om het systeem verder uit te leggen. Dus dan geef ik graag het woord aan jou, Ingo.
Okay.
Ja, Ingo, die verstaat wel Nederlands, maar jij wil het liefst in Engels doen, hè?
Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ingo Oelhausen. I'm the Business Development and Sales Manager of the company AMG Deutschland GmbH. Our headquarter is established in 1999 and it is based in Florence, in the wonderful area of the Tuscany. And yes, of course, I would like to give you a short overview about our company. What is IMA doing and what could be the advantages for you as a company using forklift trucks? And therefore, I would like to give you a short overview by this presentation as well as by this demonstration from the system by itself. Okay, should we change?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, first of all, consulting. My first thing is, of course, I would like to be your partner and consult you in your matters. That means I would like to understand what is your pain and your needs. For this case, the first is that we would like to come to your site to understand what is the main measure or the topics at your site in the company. After that, we will present you our solution. What could it be and what could be the best solution for your site in the company? So, I'm sorry. We have different, let me say, steps. First of all, we have kind of solutions for traffic management systems. Add-on, we have also solutions for operation of monitoring. And the main thing, of course, what I would like to show you later is that active operating protection system for forklift trucks. So that means traffic management. I'm pretty sure that you have in your warehouses or your factories, let me say, high-risk areas, how to protect them. For example, if you have pavements or crossings or something like that, we are able to present you a solution. How could you cover these areas with a higher, let me say, solution for the customers? This is only information for you. The company has a lot of ideas what are standard solutions, but independent of that, we are also interested in giving the customers new ideas. And this is a study at the moment. We have an idea what we got from customers saying, okay, do we have a solution if the truck is going backwards? If there is a possibility to implement a system that there might be an alarm or a speed reduction. So that means, for example, our R&D department is searching at the moment for an idea how could we implement such a kind of solution in our existing standards versions. Active safety solutions, what does it mean? The solution is based on the following. We have active sensors. These could be implemented on the forklift trucks, or let me say at the area of the infrastructure. That means if you have, for example, roller shutters or something like that, which should be protected because of the idea of the fact that your company has a lot of damages because of the roller shutters are damaged from the forklift trucks. So that means in this case we are working with sensors based on the infrastructure as well as on the forklift trucks. You can see this demonstration here. This is my forklift truck. I show you later the functionality by itself. And on the other side, we have the part of the pedestrian. That means each of the pedestrian needs to wear a pedestrian badge. Otherwise, of course, it's not possible that the forklift trucks will detect the person by itself. So that is a must in this case. Independent of that, let me say we have a bubble around the person. That means we are not only focused on the situation, what could we do for the forklift business as well. On the other hand, also we have, let me say, the solutions what are based on the same technology. That means ultra-wideband technologies and RFID technologies. That means high-frequency technologies. We are based on this technology and have solutions for anti-crushing. That means if you have hazard situations or areas in machinery sites, as well as the possibility to control the access. Is Mr. Miller allowed to go in this area or not? So he has a badge and this controlled, it is allowed or not. On the fourth part, of course, it's also possible to use one of our systems if you have cranes in your area. You're working with cranes, for example, or later on I show you another slide regarding anti-crushing system if you talk about conveyor belt system for the recycling areas. Access control, as I said, is an example how we can do it with a badge from our side or as well as from a badge from a company side. That means it needs to be proved if the badge is cooperating with our system, but it is possible in most of the times. Yes, let me give you some information about the proximity warning and alert system. We have different kind of versions depending on how big is your forklift truck. Are you using a construction machine or something like that? And we have two different kind of technologies, and that is the main point. We are the only supplier and manufacturers, and we are a supplier and manufacturer by our own systems, who has two different kind of technical solutions. On the left side of the slide, you can see the typical ultra-wideband solution. That means it is very precision, very clear in centimeters where the person could be detected, with the part of that the personal tag needs to be charged after around about 1 day. That means we have a charging plate. I have it over there. You put on this your personal tag on the charging plate, and it works automatically after 2 hours or something like that. The badge is charged, and you can use it for the direct use. On the other hand, on the other side, we have the Lynx RFID technology, which has it's since, let me say, where you have big construction machines, outfields, terminals, harbors, or something like that, where long distances are requested and needs to be covered. And this the special thing is that the pedestrian badge need not to be charged because it has a long life battery. And the time for the long life battery is around about 3 years. Independent of that, it's also possible, of course, to use this kind of solution also indoors. And my personal suggestion is to use ultra-wideband indoor and the link system, the RFID technology, outdoor. We have, depending on the fact what kind of truck is used in your company, we have different kind of solutions. Okay. The beginning on the top position, the compact is used for normally pallet trucks, stackers, something like that. The easy system is used for reach truck models or commissioning trucks, something like that, for typical warehouses like it is a Lidl, it is the Jumbo or something like that. And the smart system is also used for very, very big trucks, starting from 2 tons up to 10, 12, 14 tons, something about that, which will be used in the normally business for handling of pallets or something like that. Very nice is for regarding the smart system, you are very flexible. That means from the part by itself, we are working with a warning zone and a danger zone. That means all these parameters are adjustable depending on the request at your site. We have a warning zone, that means you get a first alarm by acoustic or visual alarm. And in the second part, this alarm becomes harder for the pedestrian as well as for the forklift truck drivers. We have the solution both, that means for the situation truck to person as well as for the situation truck to truck. So both is possible. And very nice is, depending on the situation at site, normally we are working with an ellipse. That means we have not a circumstance or a diameter, we're working with the ellipse. But if the situation at your site is, you need to protect more the side of the reverse side from the forklift truck or the load side, we can work also with rectangular fields. And you are able to do the measurements by yourself, an allowed person, not each, because we know forklift truck drivers are very tricky doing measurements by himself, but it is possible that you are doing it by yourself. You need not to have an additional service technician or something like that. So it depends on the training you got from us or from our cooperation partner, MultiNet in this case. Combining, it's also possible to say what I said in my first speech, that we can cover also special zones. We can reduce the speed in general if the truck is, for example, coming from outdoor to indoor, that the truck is only driving with a maximum speed, for example, with 5 or 6, something about that. In case we leave the area, he got another signal to go with the allowed maximum speed. On the other side, it's possible to say, okay, no, I only would like to have a spot, a clear spot, and only in this area from about, for example, 10 meters, the truck should reduce the speed and then goes with the maximum allowed speed. So it is very adjustable and combined. Yes, these are the equipment by itself. For a little truck, you only have 1 device. For the middle trucks, 2 devices, and for the big smart system, what you see here we have a clear CPU, a control panel unit, which could be combined or connected to the intelligence of a forklift truck, so that a lot of information could be stored and also used for as next step, for example, for a manager. Would you like to get some more information about what is the truck speed, what was the alarm zone in this area, in that area? So a lot of information could be stored or will be stored in that area, and you can use it if you would like to have it. It's always the same time. If you need it, you can get it. Another example is also one of our options, geofencing. That means it is possible to get with a smart system different kind of solutions. And I show you on the left side, for example, in the red zone over there, the truck automatically switch on the lights. In the yellow zone, you can see, okay, it is the maximum speed in that quarter is only 5 PM or kilometers, and in the blue area, it's necessary that the truck always drive only with forks down. So that means, really, that's the reason why I say, I would like to understand your pain and your needs and give me your input, and I would like to present you the solution on that. So another option, you know, the forklift truck driver needs to make each morning when he started or each beginning of a shift, needs to check the forklift truck. So that means you could do it manual, or we got also possible to have it with an electronic pre-up checklist. That means finally we have a summary of 5-6 questions and he needs to answer with a yes or a no. And for example, is a standing, okay, are you sure that you are losing any fuels or something like that? And they said, yes, I'm losing that. The truck automatically is out of the field. So that means the responsible guy from your quarter got the information, okay, truck is out of order, he needs to get a service. As I said, it's possible also to store and play and use such a kind of information. The truck has been stored in this case. Coming to this area, recycling area, I understand it's your big business. We can have also the possibility, independent if it's a links solution, RFID solution, or as well as the ultra-wideband solution, we can use this technology as well as for anti-crushing systems. That means we are working also with the same, let me say, pedestrian badge the workers is using for the situation with the forklift trucks, including, let me say, for the area of the anti-crushing. Also with the same, let me say, equipment for the infrastructure, which will be placed on a special position, and so it goes down and said, okay, if there is a person in a hazard area, the system automatically stops. So a combination of ball independent from the application is possible. Also the situation with cranes, we are able to use both technologies, RFID technology or the ultra-wideband as well, in depending on the request on your side. So finally, let me say the idea of our business is we would like to increase the safety for all pedestrians or each forklift driver by itself. We would like to reduce the costs you maybe have because of damaged doors, damaged forklift trucks as well. And on the other side, we could also increase the productivity of your area, because I know from a lot of customers they have automatically a speed reduction, speed limit from 10, for example, or 9 everywhere. But in some area, this is not as necessary. That means if you have clarified this is a high-risk area, okay, we go down with the finish. We go 5 minutes. Thank you. We can reduce the speed in that special area. On the other hand, if you have a very long way with no danger, you can only go with the maximum speed. That means the combination of both is possible and helps you to increase the productivity by itself. Mm-hmm. Short demo. No, just finding. So this is a pedestrian badge, ultra-wideband solution. As I said, each of the pedestrian or forklift driver needs to have it. You can wear it everywhere. You can have it in your pocket. You can have a clip or something like that, and you can see what the forklift driver is.
What are you seeing?
Seeing now in the display.
Yeah.
So
the location of the pedestrian, huh? This is showed
so
here.
that means it goes with you, and it does change the color if I come closer to the forklift. So if we are in the danger zone, acoustic alarm, vibration by itself, and yes, we help the forklift driver to concentrate on his job. On the other side, you get an assist from us by using such a kind of system. And this is an add-on, of course, is if, for example, might be there another forklift truck on the other side, you get also information in white colors. So there is a different as well as in coloring.